Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name is Susanne Maziarz. I'm the music director here, and I have your announcements for the coming weeks. First announcement, we have our spirit choir on today. If you would like to join our choir, you can talk to me after service. We rehearse every Monday night from 7 to 9 here in the sanctuary. We also have Hatha Yoga happening every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9, led by Christina Keel. You'll need to bring your own yoga mat if you'd like to attend. And visit our art gallery's 2 shows currently on until the end of the year, Michael Moon's Roots and Wings and Geraldine Mannion's Between Worlds. They're upstairs on the galleries. Circle Music Workshop happening a week from today. Come to create joyful, spontaneous community music. That's led by Jane Lewis and myself from 3 to 5. Here in our space, all voices are welcome. Come play. Psychiatry small group begins November 28th. Are you concerned about wildfire smoke, record heat levels, war breaking out in the world? Join guest facilitator Dr. Nate Chirac and Neighborhood's Tony Rappaport in a small group that will empower you to engage in meaningful action to address the challenges of our time while preventing burnout. You can sign up today. Participation with the small group requires you having a meeting with Nate on the 14th, that's Tuesday, to discuss the group. Or the 21st, thank you. Details are in our cappuccino room. Did you know that our contract minister, Reverend Pat Trudeau, is available for short-term pastoral care? Reach out to Rev Pat on a totally confidential basis to discuss issues that you are seeking spiritual guidance and support on. You can get in touch with her at minister@nuuc.ca. Performing amidst his beautiful photography show, Roots and Wings, here in our sanctuary, Michael Moon is doing a concert, a sacred evening of healing sounds and ceremonial songs to ground into self and soar into spirit. That is on Saturday, November 25th, starting at 8 p.m. And Michael will be here doing music for our service the following Sunday morning. Join us to celebrate Sean's 60th birthday. There's Sean in the bass section today. That is this Saturday from 7 to 10 here in the hall, in Rafos Hall, featuring music by our spirit band and other guest musicians. This is a BYOB event, and all are welcome. And next Sunday, November 19th, in our monthly theme of Roots and Wings, our topic is the best of Christianity. Speaker will be Reverend Stephen Atkinson. Music provided by guest musician Jim Scott, and Kurt Thompson will be our service weaver.
Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service at our neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation. Thank you for joining us, whether you're here in person or joining us through Zoom. My name is Peter Marmorek, and I will be your service weaver this morning and also your reader of poetry and ideas, messages. Usually we start our service by reading our invocation, but today I wanted to share with you first a Talmudic reading. Some of you will have heard this 2 weeks ago when Rabbi Glickman read it at our grieving vigil, but it kept coming back to me as I was thinking about the invocation and thinking about the closing line for ourselves and our families. And I think this reading really speaks to who our families are. There was once a rabbi who was asked by his students, "Master, how should one determine the hour when the day ends and the night ends and the day begins?" One student suggested, "Is it when a person can distinguish a sheep from a dog in the distance?" "No," said the rabbi, "it's not." A second student ventured, "Is it when one can distinguish a date tree and a fig tree from afar?" "It's not that either," said the teacher. "Please tell us the answer," the students begged. How should one determine when night has ended and day begun? It's when you look into the face of a stranger and see your sister and brother, said the rabbi. Until then, night is still with us. Everyone is our sister or brother. Everyone is part of our family. Let us cast the circle of a sacred space here. Let us cast the circle of a cherished space here. A space of safety, a place of forgiveness, a place of love. If we want the world to change, we must craft in our space and in ourselves the seeds that grow a different kind of life. A life of graciousness, of creative intelligence, a place of life and spirit for ourselves and our families. And I would ask Allison Kabayama to come up and light our chalice. And our prelude today will be introduced by Susanne and sung to you by our Spirit Choir.
Please. To begin the service this morning, we're going to sing Magpie's We Belong to the Earth. It'll come up later in the service as well. Today we're looking at our roots in Universalism. Often we are referred to as Unitarians, but we are just as much Universalists. And in the history, Universalism came more out of the rural areas and the countryside, more with the farmers working the land, and Unitarian was a religion of the cities. So we're opening the service with something very much connected to the land. We belong to the earth.
And as we all belong to the earth, it's appropriate to talk about who the first we's who belong to this earth were. So I acknowledge that the land where I stand, the land where we live and work, is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. This land is now home to many diverse First Nations and the Inuit and Métis people. I also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. This recognition of the contributions and historic importance of Indigenous peoples clearly connects to our commitment to make the promise and challenge of truth and reconciliation real in our communities. Again, welcome. Here at Neighborhood, our musical director is Susanne Maziarz, and our director of Lifespan Learning is Julia Thompson. Our Zoom and AV desk are working today for you, thanks to the skills of Bruce Line and Natalie Zend. And Gordon. Yes, sorry, Gordon. Our contract minister is the Reverend Pat Trudeau. At Neighborhood, we are open to many beliefs and learn from many traditions. We welcome anyone who's looking for a spiritual community. As the choir sang in, "Come, come, whoever you are." If you are visiting for the first time, we welcome you. Please stay after service at coffee time, and if you take a red mug, we'll know that you want us to talk to you about either our Unitarian or Universalist traditions and what we do here. Our services do vary from week to week, so we encourage you to come back and sample several to get a sense of who we are and what we do. Our mission at Neighborhood is to empower spiritual growth and shared action, both for the care of our world. Our bi-monthly theme for November and December is theologically active. And because, as Bob Marley sings, if you know your history, you would know where you're coming from, our November theme is roots and wings. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? We had wings last week in Camelia's taste of where we're going, and I guess we have wings up at the front in Michael Moore's great picture of a macaw's wings just behind Steve. Today, Susanne and I will explore the roots of Universalism, one of the two founding faiths that merged in 1961. And next week, as you heard, Reverend Atkinson will give us a taste of the best of Christianity, the religion from which both Unitarianism and Universalism evolved. But now, it's time to greet your neighbors. And after you've greeted a few neighbors, turn to the camera on the back wall and offer a greeting to those who are joining us virtually. Susanne will sound a chime to end.
Hello. Good morning. So this is the time for all ages, and if there are any animals in our congregation, I would like to invite them to join us. Stuffy animals, though. So I did invite a special person, or not a person, somebody who could not make it, who always joins us during our choir rehearsals. And since he couldn't make it, I brought a picture of him. And his name is Ziggy, and he loves to have his stomach rubbed. This is our choir mascot. And then if you feel that you'd like to join our choir at some point, that would be great, and you can meet him. Sorry about that. We all love Ziggy. Well, on that note, we have a song to teach you about animals. So that is why we brought our animals. So I'd like to introduce you to Susanne, our cherished choir director, and she's going to teach us the song. Okay? Yeah, do you want to come over? Yeah. Bring your animals.
Oh, I didn't see the shell. And a duck, there's a duck in the song too. And I think a pig too. So, put my mic on actually. So I'd like to teach you the chorus of the song. And I'm going to get the congregation to help me too, to learn it. Wah, wah. So it's a very bouncy song, and it features a lot of animals and all the different kinds of sounds that animals make, which is fun. Maybe we could practice that first, actually. What kind of sound does a cow make, everyone? What about a jaybird? What about a coyote? Yes? All those animals come up in this song. And the song sounds like this. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. Let's try a little bit by little bit, okay? I'll sing one line, you sing it back to me. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Let's try. God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. And some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. Let's try it together. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. I think we've got that. Yes, it's not only singing with the song, though.
There is dancing. Moira, you're going to teach us a dance?
I'll show you.
Yeah, let's join Moira.
Yeah. So this is super easy. Oh, and this is Lanny. This is my little critter from long, long, long ago.
Where can you use this?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm going to put Lanny down because I think I'm going to need another hand if I'm holding the mic. So this is super easy, and it's just for this chorus part. And all you do is we're going to go in a circle. And I wonder, maybe we can just, Peter, do you think we could just push this out of the way just for this? Okay. I have faith that the candle will stay upright. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a circle, and we're going to go in this direction. And the first step is just kind of like a horsey gallop. You could hold your critter if you want. You bring him for the dance. Yeah. So we're going to do right, left, like a horsey. And then we're going to do left, right, left, like a horsey. That's the first part of the dance. And then we're going to do, so that's all God's critters have a place in the choir. And then some sing low. Well, then we're going to dip low. Some sing low, and some sing higher. And then some sing out loud on the telephone wire. We just go around in a circle, in our own little circle. And some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Now, yes. Okay, so let's try it one more time, okay? All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. And some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. You're pros. This is fantastic. And so is the duck. And if there's any older people who would like to join, you can do that too, because we've got room up here on the dance floor for a few more movers. So we're going to do these steps for the chorus, but there's verses too. And we're depending on everybody here to sing the verses and sing them out loud so that we'll have some music and we can just free dance for that part. And then when this chorus comes back, then we're going to do our little dance. But you're going to dance the whole time, okay? Does that make sense? All right. Who am I handing this back to?
Thank you. Just going to turn it off. Yeah, thanks. And for the congregation, why don't you rise to sing this with us? And you're welcome to sing the words or make animal sounds as appropriate as we sing about the animals, because all their voices have a place in our big choir too. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with the big to-do. The old cow just goes. Well, the dogs and the cats, they take up the middle, and the honeybee hums, and the crickets fiddle, the donkey brays, and the pony neighs, the old coyote howls. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. Listen to the top where the little birds sing with the melody, with the high voice ringing. The hoot owl hollers over everything. The jaybird disagrees. Ah! Singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way. Possum don't have much to say. Porcupine talks to herself. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now.
So after years of teaching world religions, I've learned how easy it is to overwhelm people with too many facts and too many details and important dates and famous names. So we're not going to do any of that. Instead, we're just going to give you 3 of the basic ideas of Universalism. We hear a lot about Unitarianism, and as Susanne said, when in 1961 the Universalists joined with the Unitarians to create our current spiritual path, there was fear amongst the Universalists that being a smaller, less powerful group, they would get lost. And today's service is an effort to make sure that doesn't happen. Universalism started as a Christian denomination that had the radical, some Christians says heretical, belief in universal salvation. Or to put it more simply, all God's children got a place in the choir. They believed that everyone would go to heaven. They believed this because they believed that God is love and concluded that he would never condemn anyone to hell. God has not turned away from sinners. It's the sinners who have turned away from God and need to learn to love again, to love all creation. Universalists believe all people are good. This belief in the goodness and equality of all people is one of the reasons that the Universalists were the first to ordain women as ministers and led to a strong social action ministry. Universalists are at the root of the humanist movement within our denomination. Hafiz, the great Persian poet of love, wrote many poems that to me paralleled the essence of Universalism, and I'll share 3 of them with you today. The first is The Stairway of Existence. We are not in the pursuit of formalities or fake religious laws. For through the stairway of existence, we have come to God's door. We are people who need to love, because love is the soul's life. Love is simply creation's greatest joy. And the Spirit Choir has a song to share with us about that.
We're going to sing hymn number 10. I invite the congregation to join us in singing. This is a lyric that demands that we answer the call of love for all people. Because as a faith denomination, we believe in love and the power of love to make us agents of change, to grow compassion in our hearts, and to bring about love in the world as the act of justice. So I invite you to sing number 10, Immortal Love, with us. Please rise if you are able and willing.
Forever
If the universalism of salvation was the first radical aspect of universalism, the second was their radical belief that there are many paths to God, of which Christianity was only one, the one that they knew best. Their symbol conveys this message. In this symbol, the circle represents the universe. The empty space at the center represents the mystery of the heart of the universe that people call God. The cross, of course, represents Christianity, one path towards God and the path from which universalism has grown. But notice it's off to the side. That's to give room for other points of view and to acknowledge the validity of other paths towards God. Hafez has a poem about the universalism of paths to God. I have learnt so much from God that I can no longer call myself a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Jew. The truth has shared so much of itself with me that I can no longer call myself a man, a woman, an angel, or even a pure soul. Love has befriended Hafez so completely, it has turned to ash and freed me of every concept and image my mind has ever known. And the Spirit Choir has a song to share with us.
Thanks, Peter. I look forward to our next service together in 3 weeks' time when the choir will be singing songs from a variety of religious traditions, and Peter will be exploring the world's religions in 15 minutes. But for today, what I appreciate about this hymn that we're about to sing, number 2 in our hymnal, is it's not looking at the different faith traditions, it's looking at core beliefs of spiritual paths within UU theology, naming specificity, sorry, parenthood, God on high. Some of us find the divine in nature, humanism, in compassion, in love, and these are all paths to God. If we could rise and sing, "Down the ages we have trod" together. Sorry, where am I?
Now it's time for meditation, so make yourselves comfortable. Put away anything you may be thinking of, and the choir will lead us in a meditative song.
You're welcome to join us in this song if your voices would like to join the voices of the choir. You're welcome to sit in silence and receive this message from the choir and those singing around you. I invite you to direct this time spent together towards opening our hearts to love for the world, love for each other, love for ourselves. We'll be singing Ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est. Where there's charity and love, God is there.
The third universalism tenet has been sort of implicit in everything we've said and everything you've heard, and that is the belief that God is love. That's the basic universalist declaration of faith. Is it challenging to see God as an abstract concept like that? Maybe rather than thinking of God as a noun, as a conscious figure, think of God as a verb, an energy. Universalists encourage us to focus on love as completely divine and mysterious. The experience of love may be the closest we can ever come to knowing what it's all about. And I have two readings, one from the Gospel of John. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. Or as Hafez says, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights up the whole sky. And the Spirit Choir has a song to share with us.
Thanks, Peter. I believe when we lead with love, we are acting as our highest selves. The next song we are going to sing is Cuando el Pobre, with a text inspired by the liberation theology of Peruvian priest and theologian Gustavo Gutierrez. This text emphasizes that simple acts of love and generosity creates liberation for all. So I invite you to rise to sing with us. The choir is going to present to you the melody in the first verse. We're going to sing in Spanish, and the following verses will be sung in English. The first verse we sing will be a translation of the verse that you just heard in Spanish. So if we could rise to sing together, that's for you two congregation. Thank you so much. Cuando el pobre nada tiene, donde parte. Cuando alguien pasa sin estar. Cuando tiene
when the poor ones who have nothing still are giving. Now it's time for our offertory. This congregation is a living entity, and like all living things, it needs nurture and sustenance. However you contribute, whether it's by pre-authorized withdrawals, predated checks, e-transfers, automatic withdrawals, or offerings through the basket. In the basket, we thank you very much. If you're online, please use the link that's displayed, which leads you to our donation page. In all ways, I ask you to be generous. Greeters, when you have collected the offerings, please bring the baskets up here. We will now pause, and our choir will sing. If you have found a home here, if you have known kindred spirits here, if this is a place that speaks to you, then we thank you for your offering as we work together to build the common good. Now I would ask...
Peter, I noticed we have maybe a little bit of time, and perhaps I could teach the closing blessing to the entire congregation so we could sing it all together.
That's a good idea, Susanne.
Thanks, Peter.
Why
Okay.
don't you do that?
All right, great. So, dear congregation, we're going to learn a song called As You Leave This Holy Ground, written by Unknown. So I don't have information about where it comes from, but I love the text. I'll sing a phrase. You sing it back to me. We'll learn it that way. As you leave this holy ground. Can we try that? As you leave this holy ground, may the love you found surround you. May the love you found surround you. May you go with peace around you. May you go with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. As you leave this holy ground. Let me do two phrases, because we're going to get a round going. You're going to be a group too. So, as you leave this holy ground, may the love you found surround you. As you leave this holy ground, may the love you found surround you. May you go with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. holy ground. Let's try the whole thing. And let's all rise to sing it together. And choir,
Suzanne,
yes.
shall we extinguish the chalice first?
Oh, yes. Yes, we should. Thank you,
Yes.
Peter. Yes, we should. Thank you, Allison. Although our chalice has been darkened, we hold the fire within our own hearts.
And as we are about to sing, I would invite you to reach out, hold one another's hands, or touch shoulders, or whatever you and your neighbor are comfortable with.
Sopranos, you'll stay with the congregation. Yes? And then we'll do the round. B-A-T. Yeah? Sopranos, stay with the congregation. Okay? And then we'll do B-A-T for the round. Okay. Very good. Remember how this goes? As you leave this holy ground, may the love you found surround you. May you go with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. As you leave this holy ground. Faces. As you leave these walls around us, may the love with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. As you leave this holy ground, may the love is found around you. May you go with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. As you leave this holy ground, may the love is found around you. May you go with peace around you as you leave this holy ground. As you leave this holy ground.
Our service is over. Go in the universalism of love.